Hello, what's up, everyone? It's realBluTV. We're doing another franchise rebuild where we sim the games and we watch them. You can check those out on the YouTube channel very soon. But if you guys watch the streams, we didn't upload any of the videos from YouTube last year in Madden 21, but we rebuilt the Detroit Lions. I think we went like 6 or 7 seasons deep. We ended up winning, I think, 2 or 3 Super Bowls. Drafted our franchise quarterback Dalton Drescher, one of those made up names, but we had a great time. Rebuilt the Lions. This year it was up to 5 teams that we were going to select overall. I think, if I remember off the top of my head, they were like the Cincinnati Bengals. There was 5 teams. 4 of them were AFC. I remember this clearly. So it was the Cincinnati Bengals, the New York Jets, the Houston Texans, the Jacksonville Jaguars, and then the 5th team, the only NFC team, would have been the Atlanta Falcons. When we were looking at this, we said, okay, Jacksonville, they have a pretty good young defense. They also just had the #1 pick. They got Trevor Lawrence. They're not really too bad in the salary department either. Like, they have some money to spend. A lot of their contracts aren't huge, massive, I guess. So we decided not to do Jacksonville. When it came to Cincinnati, we realized that they had Joe Burrow. He got hurt in real life towards the end of last season, but he still did fairly decent. And the rest of that squad is the same as Jacksonville a little bit, not too much hurt in the salary department. Plus, they have some young players that could do some damage in the coming season. So we decided not to do them either. Although that probably would have been a good one because they're in a tough division with Pittsburgh, who has an aging Ben Roethlisberger. If he ends up, being the guy that's playing in Madden again, because sometimes Madden's just weird. And then we also were talking about doing what was the other team? The New York Jets, but they just drafted Zach Wilson, and in face of the franchise, we get drafted to the Jets, so I kind of don't want to play as the Jets all day, every day, for the first month of this game. So we decided not to do the Jets. So the last 2 options were the Houston Texans and the Atlanta Falcons. Now, there are pros and cons on both of these real quick. So to get it done as fast as possible, to explain why we chose what we chose. We chose the Houston Texans. The thing with them is that J.J. Watt's not there anymore. Deshaun Watson wants out, and there's also those big harassment cases and those lawsuits and whatever. So initially we were going to see if we can trade him, as if we can make it as realistic as possible, because he will probably get traded in my opinion, but he hasn't yet, so we didn't trade him. And also we put him on the trade block in the preseason, and teams were just offering some booty cheeks draft picks, so we said we'll just keep him because Tyrod Taylor just ain't it. I love Tyrod Taylor, and I'm glad that he's still playing football after that whole lung puncturing fiasco last year. But we got Deshaun Watson started. The only reason we would have picked the Atlanta Falcons is because they have an aging Matt Ryan, so we'd probably have to draft a franchise quarterback. Their defense is atrocious, and they lost Julio Jones, and they're in the same division as Tampa Bay, New Orleans, and I forgot who else off the top of my head, but that is a tough division, so we could have went that one. Instead, we went with the Houston Texans just because we did an NFC team last year, so we decided to do an AFC team first this year. We're probably going to do multiple franchises, so we can still do the Atlanta Falcons. That will most likely be our second franchise rebuild here in Madden 22. But we chose the Houston Texans because they suck, but they're also in a pretty shitty division. We really only have to worry about Tennessee. Other than that, we got Jacksonville and whoever else is in our division. Why am I blanking on all this info? I know this stuff on the top of my head. Anyways, we chose the Houston Texans. Didn't really do anything to the rosters to begin with. We really just went through preseason. We had to cut 21 players. We sent some of them who are eligible to the practice squad. Other than that, we just kind of left things be for our first season. We'll see how it goes. If we end up losing, I mean, I'm cheating. I should have made this video before we played our first game, but as you can see, we're 1-0, beat Jacksonville. So if we start losing pretty badly before mid-season, we might start tanking and seeing if we can get into that top 5 for the draft picks, but we'll see how that goes here. But other than that, the only thing that we've really done, I have an EA Play Pro membership. So I got Madden 22 for free, which also gave us a couple of rewards. Like we get 100 staff points for free. So we did do some stuff, but we also had stuff for free already. Like we had Secret Remedy already. We already had Eye for Talent. We already had X Factor on, as well as Pliability. For the defensive coordinators, we already had all of this, right? We had X Factors on, we had In the Clutches, we had Shoot the Gaps, and we had Hot Pursuit. We didn't buy any of these, and Pliability, and then we didn't have any of these, and we still don't. But we did not purchase anything except for this stuff right here, just because we wanted to get to after-school tutoring. So basically, we used our 100 points to get hands-on offense, hands-on defense, same team, same scheme, premier destination, not all is lost. And that was, we had to unlock all 6 of those so that we can unlock after-school tutoring. We put 2 into that as well. Basically, that is, access an additional focus player through weekly strategy. And then the next tier, as you can see right there, is access an additional focus player through weekly strategy. But we have 2 tiers of this, so we can we've already added 2 players who can get the focus through the weekly strategy. I like a lot of the changes in this as well. I know there's a lot of harp on the game. I mean, the game's still bad, but I guess they're not focusing on MUT as hard as they used to, which is good. But anyways, I like these. These are cool. All right, so of course you got your game day goals. Obviously, you need to. Oh, these continue over. That's great. That's great to hear. Maybe they won't. We'll see. But if we take a look at our roster real quick, I'll show you guys. So we have our depth chart. We still got Deshaun Watson and Tyrod Taylor. When it comes to running backs, I mean, nothing's changed at all. So Philip Lindsay, David Johnson, Mark Ingram II. We got Brandon Cooks, Randall Cobb, Kiki Kuti, Chris Conley, Chris Moore, whoever that rookie is, Jordan Akins at tight end. We've got Laramie Tunsil, Max Sharping, Justin Britt. We've got all the people we start off with here. Christian Kirksey. I did not know how to say that guy's name. The guy looked like a Viking. But anyways, yeah. So we have all the same players here. We haven't done anything. So we'll see how this season goes. It's a pretty boring video, but it was an introduction for you guys. So all the games will be simulated. You can watch them right here on the YouTube channel. So make sure you subscribe. See you guys later.